Welcome to another Sign of the Times for the 3rd of February. There's a discussion over whether Zuma is going to be losing his presidential benefits.
Well, he can't be impeached, and you can't take away anything that's been freely given.
In other news, it does seem that the vaccine registration system has been launched.
The COVID 19 registration form can be accessed via jotform.com. For the moment, all health workers have been asked to register and adhere to the terms and conditions of the registration system. People who don't have access to the internet can go to any occupational health and safety representative. Frontline workers can also go to one of the 600 sites across the country.
So, who's eligible to receive the vaccine?
Well, frontline workers will be the first to receive their first jabs in mid February during phase 1. Not only clinical staff will receive the first jab, though, you can expect cleaning staff, that includes your janitors, and the other cleaning staff as well, those that are responsible for disinfecting the area on a regular basis. These are the types of people that will be getting the jab first. And the thing is, we need to start somewhere. Phase 1 as a whole includes all staff working at hospital morgues.
I understand that schools and churches have been identified as vaccine distribution centers.
Well, the Western Cape seems to have its house in order. They've already started training nurses on the administration of the vaccine.
Thank you, Brian. In other news, what is the country doing about corruption?
SCOPA has called for open tender processes. That's basically where the entire process is monitored. We can actually see what everyone is doing, and that basically leaves very little room for corruption. They say prevention is better than cure. The committee is going to be doing an autopsy to ensure that there's integrity and that corruption is avoided at every juncture. They've certainly learned from the PPE tender.
I understand that the SA Regulatory Authority has approved the use of ivermectin.
Well, an illegal market has developed, and there are products out there claiming to be ivermectin. Illegally imported products are impossible to differentiate from the real deal, and the World Health Organization is waiting for trials to become conclusive, as ivermectin could be the difference between saving a life and losing one. It needs to be used under clinical trials, and the data at the moment is very limited. Data is being pulled from other clinical trials across the world as we speak.
Commissioner Chele is visiting crime hotspots in Cape Town.
While the protest against the policing of beaches at Muizenberg and other areas is being looked at, there was a retaliatory shooting at one of the police stations and 3 people were murdered. The victims were innocent bystanders who were simply at the wrong place at the wrong time.
It has been a bad crime month in the Western Cape. Time for a commercial break. We'll have some good news from the stall after the break.
Good evening, this is Ratlore. Let me tell you about my Clorf chicory and coffee. It is rich and strong, and it's the only thing I take in the morning. Nothing wakes me up more than Clorf coffee.
Are you sure about that, big boy?
Welcome back. Let's discuss the sale of alcohol. Now, consumption sales have gone up astronomically, and we would expect more road accidents as a result. and increased pressure on hospitals.
Well, after the first ban was lifted in June, there was another ban on alcohol a month later due to people having social gatherings. And as we know, when people are under the influence, you forget your mask, and that's when people start behaving differently. Your inhibitions are basically gone, and you are more susceptible to breaking COVID regulations when you're under the influence.
There was an increase in sales overseas, and Amarula has proven to be the best seller. People opted for spirits driven by an objective to stockpile their alcohol.
By the power of Grayskull, I command the drawbridge. Open!
He-Man, thank you for coming so soon. You must deliver the special lager to the village. They need it. Carry the Castle Light Lager to the village immediately.
Thanks to the Talonfire, I should get to the village in no time.
La 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 la. Musiker Smurf, Vanity Smurf, you gotta come with me. Someone's arrived behind the village. Look, it's a strange flying mechanical bird.
Orko, do you remember the spell to summon the elixir of life? I believe you Smurfs were looking for some premium quality refreshment from Castle Grayskull. Enjoy some extra cold lagered premium beer from Castle Light.
Welcome back. Zappi has seen a recovery of their sales amidst a global oversupply. They experienced a 450 million rand loss last year. The hospitality industry has received a wonderful opportunity to retain staff, but some are saying this has come too late.
Yes, with a 72% decline since March and April last year, it's going to be very difficult for some companies to come off the low base.
So they say that small businesses may wither and die.
Well, big brands are struggling tremendously. Cape Town, Sandton, Durban, everyone has been negatively affected. Until we get the pandemic under control, the vaccine rollout is imperative, and all the big operators depend on international tourism. Vaccines need to be rolled out.